We start by defining a Coffe app class. This bundles the menu, sales state, and all the behaviors, like ordering and receipts, so the program stays organized. The constructor __init___ runs when you create a Coffe app instance. It's where we set up the initial menu, sales counter, and a slot for the last order so the app starts in a known state. Here we create self.menu as a dictionary mapping Coffe names to prices, a small, easy-to-read structure for price lookup when someone orders. We initialize self.sales to 0 so every time a Coffe is sold we can add its price to this running total and track revenue. We reserve self.last_order for remembering the most recent purchase, item and price. That way print_receipt can show a receipt for the last sale. None means no order yet. Show_menu is a simple read-only method that prints the available Coffes and their prices so customers can decide what to order. We print a header for the menu. The \n puts a blank line above it so the menu stands out from previous output. Looping over self.menu.items gives us both the Coffe name and its price so we can display each entry in a readable line. Each menu line shows the Coffe name followed by its price. Formatting like this keeps the output tidy and easy to scan. Take _order handles the interactive flow, show the menu, ask what the user wants, and if it's available record the sale and the last order for a receipt. We call show_menu first so the user sees the available options before typing a choice. Good UX for a CLI app. We prompt the user to enter the Coffe name. The leading \n creates a visual gap between the menu and the prompt, making it easier to read. We check whether the type choice exists as a key in self.menu. This prevents invalid orders and keeps the flow predictable. If the item exists, we look up its price from the menu so we can record revenue and the last order. We print a friendly confirmation with a Coffe emoji to let the user know the order was accepted and served. We add the price to self.sales so total revenue reflects this new sale immediately. Simple state update. We store the tuple, choice, price, in self.last_order so print_receipt can later produce a receipt for this transaction. If the entered choice wasn't a key in the menu, we handle that case here to inform the user instead of failing silently. A clear error message tells the user the requested Coffe isn't on the menu and invites them to try again. Print_receipt prints a human-readable receipt for the most recent order stored in self.last_order. If there's no last order it gracefully reports that too. We check whether self.last_order is truthy. If it's none, no previous sale, we avoid printing an empty receipt. A short, friendly message informs the user there's no recent order to print. This prevents confusing blank receipts. Return early because there's nothing to show. This keeps the method's control flow simple. If there is a last order, we unpack its Coffe name and price so we can print them on the receipt lines below. We print a receipt header with a leading new line to separate it visually from prior output, making the receipt easier to read. Print the purchased item name, straightforward, predictable receipt content. Print the price on its own line so the customer can clearly see what they paid. A divider line makes the receipt look neat and delineates total/thank you text from the item lines. A friendly closing line thanks the customer. Small touches like this improve the UX even in simple CLI demos. View_sales prints the cumulative sales total so you can quickly check how much revenue the app has recorded during this session. We print the self.sales value with a leading new line to separate it from previous output. This gives an immediate revenue snapshot. The run method contains the interactive menu loop that ties all the features together and responds to user selections. We use an infinite loop to keep showing the menu until the user explicitly chooses to exit, a common CLI pattern. Print a menu header at the start of each loop iteration. The \n gives a blank line so the menu doesn't crowd the previous output. Menu option 1 will display the Coffe menu when chosen. Menu option 2 triggers the ordering flow where a user selects and purchases a Coffe. Menu option 3 prints a receipt for the last order, if one exists. Menu option 4 shows the total sales accumulated in this session. Menu option 5 exits the application and stops the loop. We read the user's menu selection as a string so it can be compared against the choices below. If the user chose 1, we call show_menu to display the available Coffes. Calling self.show_menu prints the menu and returns control to the loop for the next action. If the user chose 2, we enter the order flow to let them select a Coffe and record the sale. Call take_order, which shows the menu, prompts for a choice, and updates sales and last_order if valid. If the user chose 3, we print a receipt for the most recent order, if any. Calling self.print_receipt will either print the last order's receipt or inform the user that no order exists yet. If 4 is chosen, we display the total sales for the session so far. Call self.view_sales, which prints the accumulated self.sales value for an at-a-glance revenue check. When the user selects 5, they want to quit the app. The user knows the app is exiting intentionally. Break exits the loop and ends the interactive session cleanly. If the input doesn't match any of the valid options, we let the user know and continue the loop so they can try again. A clear error message prompts the user to enter a valid menu option without crashing the program. We instantiate the Coffe app into the variable app so we have a concrete object with its own menu, sales total, and last order tracking. Finally, calling AppRun starts the interactive menu loop so the user can begin viewing the menu, ordering coffee, printing receipts, and viewing sales.